What's going on, guys? It's time for another do and don't video. We're going to talk about what you should do and shouldn't do this week in GTA 5 Online. As always, we're looking for how to make the most money, the best investments, what to buy, what not to buy, the best discounts and values, and any cool, fun, or discontinued vehicles that are available during this week's update. With that said, let's get right into it. Okay, so I'm going to tell you right off the bat, and it's something I'm sure you already know, and that is this isn't a great week. There's really no good way to make money, and other than a couple discounts here and there aren't many must-haves. But we're going to work with what we have. So first, do G's Caches. They're currently on triple money in RP, and they're really quick and easy to do. All you have to do is go on your map and find this little purple box. These caches contain cash, ammo, and snacks, and you'll also earn RP once you find them. Once you get to the location, you'll be told to find the cache within this small circle. On a normal week, the cash within these daily caches can range anywhere from 15k to just over 22k. But this week, with triple money, the cash you can earn can range anywhere from 45k to almost 67k. If you add that up over the course of the week and do these daily, that can earn you anywhere from 315,000 to just over 467,000. So since there's not much else going on this week, I do recommend that you do these, especially since they're so quick and easy to do. Speaking of things that are quick and easy to do, to go along with that, you should also do your daily stash houses as well. This way you can get the most out of your time since there's not much else to do. Do collect and salvage vehicles with your tow truck at the salvage yard. And that's because this week we have 2x salvaging speed. No, this won't make you double money on these vehicles, but they will be salvaged at a quicker rate, meaning your payment for salvage vehicles will be received in half the normal time, so you can tow more frequently. Remember, you only have 2 lifts in the chop shop for these towed vehicles, so you can either alternate, this way you always have one of them open, and can keep going out to tow, or bring them both in immediately, and then run either a robbery, a heist, a sell mission, or another way of making money while you wait for the cars to be scrapped. Towing and salvaging vehicles also increases your salvage yard daily income that can be found in your wall safe. Since we're talking about the salvage yard, don't salvage robbery vehicles. Even though we have 2x salvaging speed, you should still sell your robbery vehicles because you'll make more money this way. You should only be salvaging vehicles that you collect with your tow truck. The only way that I would understand salvaging robbery vehicles is if you're trying to complete the tier 4 chop shop challenges to unlock the free buzzard helicopter. Otherwise, you're simply just losing money and spending more time salvaging vehicles when you can easily sell them for more. And since we've already been talking about the salvage yard, let's quickly look at the robberies this week. In the top tier, we have the Pegassi Zentorno for the McToney robbery. In the standard tier, we have the Gallivanter Baller STD for the Duggan robbery. And in the low tier, we have the Canis Seminole Frontier for the cargo ship robbery. Do buy the Eclipse Boulevard Garage. It's currently on a 30% discount, which will bring the price down to just over 1.9 million. In my opinion, this is probably the best thing happening this week. This is a 50 car garage with 5 levels and a rooftop lounge. Each floor is customizable, meaning you can change the style and accent color on each level. There are 3 styles to choose from, as well as several accent colors. Both the style modifications and the accent color modifications are also 30% off. It's going to be tough to get a better deal on this garage than this. This is a great value. It's really helpful because of the extra vehicle storage, especially allowing 50 cars to be put in here. And the fact that you can customize each level really adds a flair that most garages don't have. I highly recommend you grab this garage this week if you don't already have one. And really quick, I almost forgot, there's the rooftop lounge where you can invite friends or other people in your lobby to come and hang out. Do buy the Debauchee Champion. It's currently on a 40% discount. At the trade price, you can get it for just under 1.7 million, and the buy it now price is 2.25 million. In my opinion, this is one of the better vehicles in the game, mostly because it's an Imani tech vehicle. Although I can't say I don't think it's also a good looking car. You're not going to get much better than 40% off, so this is a great value for what I believe is a really nice car. And with the Imani tech options, between remote control capabilities or adding missile lock jammers, this can become a really good defensive vehicle, especially from explosives. Not to mention the small windows that it has also makes shooting into the car a lot more difficult. Do visit the gun van and buy the Up and Atomizer. This week, the Up and Atomizer is 50% off, as well as its tint. This is a super important weapon for cell missions, especially when your vehicles get stuck. I can't tell you how often this weapon has saved me, and while it's actually barely a weapon, it's a tool that I think is absolutely necessary to have. Not to mention it's super fun to use just to mess around with, whether you're shooting at friends, cops, NPCs, or really anything. This is my go-to anytime my vehicle gets stuck, even if it's not a cell mission. Don't overspend on featured vehicles this week. Now I'll explain what I mean by that in a minute, but the reason I'm saying this is because the GTA Online Summer Update is coming soon. So in my opinion, you'd be better off saving for the summer DLC or waiting for next week's update with the hopes that there's some better discounts or better ways to make money, because right now there's really no great ways to earn money during this week's update. And what I mean by overspending on featured vehicles, for example, at Luxury Autos, we have the Fathom FR36 for $1.6 million, and the DeClass Impaler LX for just under $1.5 million. If you bought both of those this week, that's around $3.1 million gone right there. Then let's say you bought the HSW Premium Test Ride at the LS Car Meet. Now admittedly, it's a nice car, but it's not cheap and not something we currently have on discount. So if you buy that too, that's another $3.1 million. You're already down $6.2 million, and we haven't even looked at the featured Debauchee cars, most of which are discontinued vehicles and the rest which are discounted. Let's quickly run through them so you can see what I'm getting at. The discontinued vehicles that you can find at Simeon's Premium Deluxe Motorsport are the Debauchee JB700 for $350,000, the Debauchee Massacro for $275,000, the Debauchee Exemplar for $205,000, the Debauchee Rapid GT for $132,000, the Debauchee Rapid GT Cabrio for $140,000. Now we'll move over to the LS Car Meet, where we have the Debauchee Massacro Race Car for $269,000, the Debauchee 770, which is on a 30% discount, for $486,000, and the Debauchee Rapid GT Classic for $619,000. And there are also two other Debauchees on discount, and those are the Debauchee Spectre on a 40% discount for $359,000, and the Debauchee Wagner also on a 40% discount for $921,000. Now if we take all of those Debauchees, excluding the Champion, since that's the one I do recommend you buy regardless of what's going on this week or in the future, and add them up, they total around $3.8 million. Now that's not too bad considering how many vehicles that would be, but that's not including customizing them or whether or not you bought anything else this week. The point is, if you bought the Debauchees, on top of the premium test ride and the cars at Luxury Autos, you're looking at approximately $10 million spent. If you can get away with that and be happy, then by all means, go right ahead. But I'm simply saying I'd feel better having that money for whatever might be coming during the summer update. Alright, now for some of the obvious stuff, do spin the lucky wheel. The podium vehicle this week is the Vapid Retinue Mark II, valued at just over $1.6 million on Southern San Andreas Super Autos. Whether or not you really want this vehicle, it's always worth it to try and get a car that's worth that much for free. And even if you're not trying to win the car, you should still try and spin the wheel to get something out of it. Do try to win the LS Car Meet prize ride vehicle. This week, that's the Pfister Astron, valued at just under $1.6 million on Legendary Motorsport. In order to win this car for free, you're going to have to place top 3 in LS Car Meet races for 4 days in a row. Do your weekly time trials. The HSW time trial is at Ron Alternative's Wind Farm, and the regular time trial is at the Power Station. And last but not least, we also have triple money in RP on Juggernaut Adversary Mode, as well as new community jobs in the stunt races, death matches, and King of the Hill categories. So like I said before, this obviously isn't one of the best weeks, but my expectation is that with the summer update on the horizon, I'd imagine they're trying to slow things down a bit, almost like the calm before the storm, although I still wish they had some better ways for us to make some money. But I guess there's nothing stopping us from just doing some heists, sell missions, salvage yard robberies, or any other way to make money so that we can save up and be able to be prepared for whatever's coming with the summer DLC. Alright, so I think that's about it. Hopefully you guys can find a way to enjoy this update week, and maybe next week we'll be talking about some better ways to make money. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Skull.